Okay, welcome to the G66 channel. In these videos I like to kind of build some presets and explore some of what is available in the Fractal universe. G66 UK is where you can grab your FM9, FM3 and AXFX3 with no waitlist. You can also jump onto the waitlist for the Fractal VP4 if you've been catching some of the news around that new effects unit. Right, so today I wanted to explore the Rectifier Red Vintage channel, just because this doesn't seem like the sort of thing that necessarily I'd jive with, and I wanted to see, you know, am I missing out on some rectifier tones? So in particular for me, I'm sort of interested in rectifiers because I know that at some point Dual Recto became Alan Holdsworth amp of choice for a bit. But of course we also all, I think, tend to think of it as like an amp from sort of the Nickelback era, right? So let's pop in some Alan based stuff actually. So we'll jump into the multi-tap delay, drag it here, and we'll go with Alan lead long. One thing we can do with the rectifier is we can actually keep the gain a bit lower and crank the master instead to get some gain from the power section. It's got a really kind of compressed feel, but at the same time it's pretty responsive. So what would we call that? Like red, lowish gain. No, we're not using any pedals or anything like that. Let's just jump into a scene 2. We want a cleans from a rectifier. I don't think they're particularly covered here. We could try the orange channel like vintage. Actually quite pleasant. Orange, low gain. Not the sort of thing that I'd have expected to be getting these kind of tones from. I think what you expect, I guess it would have been a combination of things really, based on what we're used to hearing a rectifier played like, and it's actually a little bit more of a versatile amplifier than I think many of us might have realised, unless you played one in real life of course, which I'm sure a bunch of you have. They've fallen out of fashion as well, right? But say you had something like this, and I think typically you might also see folks pairing them with a pedal up front, because you probably find that like there's a lot of bass there, so typically you might be doing something like this with tube screamer with the drive all the way down, tone and level higher. And that's kind of, I think, in some ways, something like what we're used to hearing. That sort of thing, right? Let's just save that. Where you get like a little bit of like, there's less of the bass, but also then a bit of a honkiness introduced because of the TS-08, which is rolling off like the low end. And I guess if we're trying to dial in a really kind of nice smooth vibe with this, so we're going to try with the Recto 1 orange normal. We're going to have the gain at 2 o'clock, treble at 2 o'clock, mid 2 o'clock, bass all the way off, presence at 10 o'clock, and the master volume adjusting to taste. Like a TC line booster is what we want really, but I don't think we have anything like that. Like an FET boost maybe? And the other thing that we should probably be trying with this, if I just copy this channel A to B, Alan was known for doing this thing called like a shave and a haircut, where you're kind of doing low cuts and high cuts. Let's do it with a fairly tame. So that can be like a really nice, smooth-ish lead tone that you might not have expected to be. If you were wanting to get really close to the Alan Holdsworth thing, there are some really good resources if you check out the Fractal forum. That's not really what I'm aiming for here, it's just kind of showing the versatility of this amp. Quite a nice squishy feel to it, which is part of why it's fallen out of favour with more modern kind of metal guys. But that squishy feel could be something that you and me dig. check out the rectifier in the Fractal unit and let me know your thoughts. I'm going to drop this file into my Gumroad folder if you want to check that out. Use the link in the description. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers for stopping by.